So we are here with Your Excellency Ambassador María Teresa Infante Caffi, who just carried out an incredible speech on human rights as a core subject on international law. I would like to ask you how is it possible to strengthen international law and then to encourage human rights to become a core value? And do you think is it the role of international law to produce norms, and then is it a way to actually strengthen human rights? What do you think about this?
Yes, I think human rights is a material subject to which international law has to pay attention and to which international law can pay service. International law is an instrument, maybe the most valid one in diplomatic terms and for exchanges between states, among states, to give a meaning to the international community, to provide tools to understand and to create dialogue scenarios and so on. The problem of international law is that it needs subjects and support. It needs power to support it, and it needs some subjects who adhere to it. And this is the challenge that we have in international law. Human rights is a core subject because human rights touches upon several areas and levels of international law. One level is the sovereign power as an equal power to others, where there is no distinction between the states. And then you have the competences within the state and the external competences. But there you have the relationship between the state and the subjects and individuals and people. So through human rights, you put into movement, in action, several levels of action of states as a main actor in international relations. And at the same time, because human rights represent an ideal of having a common value or agreed standards when you have differences. And this is something which is very difficult to achieve among people and individuals, natural persons and so on. So if we could do something more, we will need more international law to achieve that.
Thank you.
Considering that we are here at the conference organized by the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, we would like to hear your thoughts on cultural diplomacy. What does it mean to you, and can you...
Well, I was very much attracted by the name of the Institute, the Cultural Diplomacy. This is diplomacy that works through cultural instruments, exchanges, understanding, knowledge, studying, analysis, not confronting the reality, but not trying to oppose the reality, to understand and to give explanations. And sometimes that is something that is lacking because the crisis is very harsh, because there are some conflicts between groups that will never give space to the other, or that will never surrender. And so cultural diplomacy brings a possibility. This is a chance, and I think we have to take it.
Can you give some example of a good practice for cultural diplomacy?
Well, I think cultural diplomacy is one of the underlying elements of this, of the idea to construct a democratic hemisphere in America that was 15 years ago. The underlying element of the creation of a regional declaration on human rights. This is cultural diplomacy, because you are not imposing ideas, you are trying to associate other people to your ideas.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you to you.
Thank you.
Thank you to you.